Oh. Okay, we're gonna go get it. He brings it back, but he will not let me have it. Okay. All right, you can have it. It's your toy. Look over here, buddy. Look over here. What's in your bowl? Oh. He runs back. He's got it covering his eyes. Oh, boy. Well, good morning. Here we sit, enjoying this beautiful place, playing with Mo, having coffee, doing the things we never do every morning. Right?
Yes, well, coffee's the main thing.
yeah, coffee's the main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just, it's actually quite warm this morning. It's not as warm as it was yesterday morning, but because we're down in along a creek, you know, cold air settles in these creek drainages, so that's a little cooler than it was yesterday. But I'm not unhappy about that. It's not cold, and got a sweatshirt on, but that's about it. The sun's just starting to hit the tops of the trees. Yeah, let's see, 10 after 9, we're heading down the road. We've been getting early starts on this trip. Early start for us is 9 o'clock. So that's a good one. Anyway, this is a great road. It's just paved road. Goes through SPI land, but it's a Forest Service system road. With
Forest Service in intermediate.
Yeah, and Scott. Yeah, it goes through SPI, then it goes through back into Forest Service where we stayed last night.
Okay.
There's our hotel right there. It's the one we stayed in.
4 is left-hand turn here.
Yep. we've been driving on this road for quite a few miles, and we came across a gate that was locked, and it was on a place that there was no place to turn around. So I had to back down the hill quite a ways, but we got turned around now and we're going back down the road. We're going to try a different road, but SPI, not too crazy about SPI right now for having that locked gate on a Forest Service system road.
Who's
So,
SPI?
and we're gonna, hopefully we don't run into another one. Well, here's the road we were driving down today, one of them. Had some other issues, but this road is not too bad. So, but we were getting tired on, so we just figured we'd just camp here by the road. This has gotten some traffic on it, but I don't think we're going to see anybody this late in the day, but we might see somebody in the morning or we might not, because we're going to be packing up and leaving in the morning anyway. So anyway, this is where we're camping. Pretty. It's beautiful. Big old red firs, white firs. About 6,500 feet. And temperature's real nice right now. Well, we had quite an interesting day today. We started off over in camp over on that paved road that we took.
East side.
Yeah, over off of 88. And last night we went for a walk down that road, down that paved road. We walked for 3/4 of a mile or so up that road and came back, and when we got back, we never saw a soul. It was great until we got back, and then a motorcycle came by. And then this morning, a whole string of people came by. So it was like surprise. Because we didn't see anybody.
Going to a campground.
Most of the time. They were probably heading for a campground, yeah. Then we went down to Jackson, hit 49, cut across the Angels Camp, hit Highway 4 and came up Highway 4 from Angels Camp, and got to, we went out in this piece of ground that was SPI, Forest Service, SPI, Forest Service. It was one of those places.
And a private one.
And there was a sign at the beginning of it that said locked gate ahead. You couldn't read the miles, how many miles it was. So after we went down the road about a mile, there was a gate and it was wide open. So we thought, well, let's go on through there. And we did. And it was a Forest Service system road, but apparently SPI can lock those. I don't know how they get away with it, but anyway. So we were exploring that country back in there. It was real pretty. And then we've been going for quite a while, and then we came to a gate that I could not turn around, and it was locked, and you couldn't get through, and it was a pain in the butt, but I backed down the hill until I found a spot to turn around. But it was it wasn't real stressful because it was a pretty straight road, and it was wide enough that it really wasn't that stressful. It was a pain in the butt to have to do that. Then we came back and came out of that road, and I decided that it was probably a good idea if we just go and top the gas off so we don't have to worry about the gas. So we went down to town to town of Arnold, got some gas, came back up the hill, and came to the OHV area. And there's an OHV area up here, and there was lots of OHVs, but we left all those people behind and drove way out, a couple miles beyond that, and found a dirt road. And we were looking for a place to camp about that time, and I went down this one road I should not have gone down. And first problem we ran into was we had a log we had to move out of the way because the wheel of the trailer couldn't get around it. The Jeep made it through, but the trailer's wider, and didn't cut it wide enough, and So we had to roll that out of the way. That took a little effort. But the problem was that we weren't even sure that we were going to find a place to turn around at the bottom of this road. And it was a pretty rough road. So we walked down and looked at it. There was a spot down below where it looks like we could turn around. So that's what we ended up doing. Turned around and got turned around and got out of there. Never did find out if you could go to the end of the road and turn around, but I got to learn this lesson that you got to scout these roads out before you go down there with a trailer like that. That's too big of a trailer for us to. The tent tracks, I can turn around on a really small space, and it was easier to back. This thing is a lot more difficult. So it was a pretty interesting day. A little stressful on that one hill that we had to figure out whether we could either turn around or once we were committed down the hill, it was backing out of it would have been extremely difficult. And so anyway, this little spot we found isn't bad. It's on a road that does get some traffic, but I don't think we're going to see anybody this late in the day. So it's 5:30, about 5:30, and there isn't that much traffic on this road. So it was with the help of my wife Karen that we got through this day. She was full of ideas, and
Right, and he didn't use any of them. So, but I still get to verbalize them anyway.
She still takes credit for it.
No, not credit.
Anyway,
You didn't do anything.
it was a good day. It was a good day, but now it's time to relax for a bit. And tomorrow, who knows? See what we get into. But I tell you what, I'm not going to go down a road a sketchy road without disconnecting the trailer and scouting it out first.